There you go.
Yay!
You are live. You are instantly live.
Live.
Just like that, finally. And look at that, exactly 9 o'clock.
Ooh, we nailed it.
Very well played. Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Norm from Tokyo Lens. This is Sherry.
Yeah,
Is this
I
your
hope,
first ever
yes,
live stream?
yes.
It's her first ever live stream.
Like that's why I'm like extra nervous. Like, Ma, we've done live stream on your channel for
Yeah,
like
we've definitely.
2-3 times.
Yeah, we've done several.
So-
We did some in Asakusa. We did some up in Aomori.
Oh, Mori too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we've done quite a few. So, yeah, what have we been up to all evening?
Editing.
Editing. Yeah, like literally just editing all day.
Hi.
It's been one of those days. Hey
Yay.
man, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Good evening. So, yeah, I arrived in Matsuyama this morning
Right.
to meet up with Sherry. There's a project that we're hoping to do while I'm down here.
Hi.
Hey Alec, how's it going? And yeah, it looks like based on the weather, we might not actually be able to do the project.
I know, that's so sad.
And I brought so much gear for this
松山市
project.
出身です。Hi.
Hello, konnichiwa. Thank you for joining.
こんばんは。
こんばんは. Did I say konnichiwa?
I said konnichiwa.
all. You said, I have lost all sense of time. I don't even know what time it is right now. My brain's just fried. I've been sitting and editing the entire evening.
Yep.
So, and yeah, for those of you who don't know, Sherry bought me a car.
No, I didn't. I was like, really? Sherry bought you a car? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No.
I'm tweeting you're live right now so that
yeah,
people know that
that's
you're
right.
live.
Thank
Sherry
you.
is live now.
Yay.
And I actually wrote Sherry Os live now. I don't know what language that is, but it sounds kind of German.
Hi everybody.
Wow, lots of people joining
know,
in. Hi
from
from
the
the
UK
UK.
too.
Hello, Kylie, Joanna, Tim, Piano, Amelia. How's it going, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining this. Give me a sec. I feel rude. I'm like trying to tweet this out, and I'm
You
not
just trying to
focused on the.
Help me out.
We're getting.
Oh, from Germany. Hi.
Yeah, from Germany.
Australia.
From Australia. There we go. We're gonna.
Ah.
There, I'm tweeting this right now, so don't jump over to Twitter, you're already here. It would truly be counterproductive. So, done and done.
Hey, hi.
All right, guys, so there's a few things that we kind of wanted to do tonight. Maybe start off with a little bit of story time, maybe do a little bit of a Q&A. And you know what? I am really thirsty, so I'm going to get up and get a drink, and I'm totally going to abandon Sherry during the
Oh my god.
You're on your own. You're on your own.
I know this is my channel, but like I was like this is my very first time, and I never done live on my own, and I was like I'm so nervous, and then you're back, yay!
Yeah, bad. Well, I didn't want to leave you hanging too long, right? You know, all the viewers are gonna leave. So, and hello, Andy's in Melbourne saying hello. And this, I don't know if there are any Star Wars fans out there, but this is like Bulgarian blueberry yogurt drink, and it reminds me of the blue milk from Star Wars.
I have no idea.
You wouldn't.
I only love BB-8.
I've been telling you for years to watch Star Wars. This is really more on you than it is on me. You've had your opportunity. It has literally been years.
I watched the one that has BB-8.
Yeah, you also watched some of the other ones, you just don't remember.
Yeah, I just can't remember.
You don't even know the name of it. Which episode number is the one with BB-8?
7?
Okay, all right. She redeemed herself. She's safe. I'll let this one slide then. And so, yeah, Drew, how's it going?
Hi.
Tokyo Drew. I ran into Drew in Asakusa the other night.
Yeah, you guys went out for a drink or something, right?
Yeah. Just zipping along. And there's Drew, and Drew had beer, and then I had beer, and that happened. Actually, on that day, so that was 2 days ago on Saturday, and it was Sanja Matsuri, like Tokyo's biggest festival, and it was pure insanity. It was just, I had so many people come up to me and be like, oh my god, Norm, hi, oh my god, Norm, hi. And that was
That's Tokyo.
And I just nailed myself right there.
So many people.
Yeah, so tons of fun. It was a really good festival. Sherry actually came out for Sanja Matsuri a few years back.
3 years ago? That's when I met Charla for the first time.
Yeah, that's when you got to meet Charlotte for the
Yeah.
very first time. So, Hakuho is the greatest of all time. Your thoughts? Oh, you really want to get me started on sumo talk? Okay, we'll get to the sumo talk, but Cookies has said, hello, Sherry and Norm. How are you? So, Sherry, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. A little bit tired, but.
I'm drinking blue milk. I'm good. I am good.
You good?
Yeah. I didn't sleep a whole bunch, all things considered. And I've been working on this edit for 6 hours now? Maybe 7?
Right.
So it's a long edit. I want to get this. I want to get this week's Tokyo Tuesday. I want to do the Sanja Matsuri, and I've got like 5, 6, 7. I have a whole bunch of really cool facts about Sanja Matsuri, Tokyo's biggest festival, and I want to get this video out by tomorrow. But I didn't realize when shooting, I shot over 700 clips for this video.
That's crazy.
So 700 clips. Do you have any idea how hard it is to edit 700 clips? I love it though. I really enjoy it. So, yeah. And Andy just came back from his second trip to Japan, so I guess I should answer that sumo question.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hakuho.
Hakuho. I know the name.
Alright, so I'm actually a huge sumo fan. I've been out to watch sumo probably as many times as I've been to Ehime. The upwards of 20 times I've gone out to watch sumo. Yeah.
Wow.
So a little bit of story time, because I promised you guys we were going to get some story time going. Now, I noticed that there's 29 of you with us right now. That's not bad for your first live stream. That is beautiful.
I got 10 thumbs up.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Give it some love. Let Sherry know that you're enjoying this live stream, that she's doing good, all right? Send the love her way. So, while you guys are smashing that like button, I'm going to give you a little bit of story time. So, the first time that I ever went to sumo, I managed to get a whole bunch of tickets for the cheap seats. They're the nosebleeds. They're way up top, and you can barely see, like, these giant sumo are like this big. They're like super tiny out there. I kept sitting there, and I kept going every single morning. Now, some of the old men who were sitting there are like, you are here every day. And I'm like, yes, I'm here every day. And one of the guys was like, actually, my seat is one of the, like, the actual box seats down below, right near the front. I just can't sit there because it's too bad for my back, so I sit up here. Would you like my tickets?
That's awesome.
He's like, I've got season tickets. I was like, season tickets?
Like, how much?
Box seats, like 2 back from the front. And they're thousands of dollars. And I was like, yes, I will take your seats. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it gets better. This is only the beginning of the story because there's an amazing twist that I love to it. So the twist to this story is, on my second day of sitting in the box seats, there's an elderly woman who was sitting in front of me. It was her second day sitting in front of me. Was like, you're coming here quite often. I was like, yes. She's like, you like sumo? I was like, I love sumo. She said, that's great. I am the kimono designer for the Yokozuna. I was like, cool. And she's like, Hakuho up there, I actually have just enough fabric from his kimono left that I can make something for you. And I was like, oh, you don't need to. And inside, I'm like, please. But I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. No, she's like, no, are you going to be here tomorrow? And I'm like, absolutely, I'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow rolled around. She showed up. She's like, I've got nothing for you. I was like, that's totally cool. I'm just happy to see you. How's it going? We talk. The next day, she rocks up, and she has made me a bag out of the last remaining piece of fabric from Hakuho's kimono. So I own the last remaining piece of Hakuho's kimono, and it's sitting right in my house.
That's
and it's
insane.
It's so amazing. Like, it's just so incredible that I have that.
Ah.
So, yeah. So full on Hakuho supporter right
course.
here, all the way, no doubt. So there it is.
Coming to Japan in July, wow.
Gonna climb Mount Fuji for the first time. Make sure you've got good shoes. I yeah.
When will you start playing the shamisen?
When are you gonna start?
I don't know. You're gonna teach me?
Do you think I'm gonna teach you? Am
Um,
I that nice of a person? Really? So yeah, I feel like we might have missed a few comments there.
yes,
So
yes, like a lot.
like a lot. So hello to everybody. Hello. Greatest of all time. Yep, need a whole day to edit 120 clips. So yeah, I know, right? Like this 700 clips thing is killing me. Greetings from Aomori, Steven. What's up,
Ooh.
man? That is
Was it
so
Hirosaki too? What?
yeah, that is fantastic. So that is the beginning of story time for today. Since we're all here, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in. We might do a little
Yeah.
bit of a Q&A. I'd love to get some like Sherry focused questions.
Because it's my channel.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. Because like we've done the live stream on your channel a couple of times, but like not me. So. Oh, I'm from here. I was born and raised in Matsuyama, Ehime. So I'm.
On the little tiny
Local.
island of Shikoku.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, moving to Tokyo. That's exciting.
Yeah. Any tips for students? Well, if you're a student, like, are you going to be a high school student or a university student? So, and I'm going to answer Tokyo Drew's question of what do you do,
Okay.
because Sherry's really bad at answering any question about herself.
True.
And Kirenshi, I'm going to get back to you in just a second. So, what Sherry does. Sherry is a massive business owner. Sherry started out with a little bit of a language school, and then that went from language school and translation, and then it went from that to all of a sudden doing radio shows, to all of a sudden doing radio and TV shows. And so she's a TV personality, she's a radio personality, she's a business owner, she's a pretty much full-on translator, in addition to which Sherry does seminars and video projects and social media projects for all the major corporations right here in Shikoku. So companies like JR, companies like ANA, companies like Toyota, everything like that. She's the key consultant for all of them when it comes to their social media or translation or all of those needs. So that is Sherry in a nutshell. And like
Yes.
when people are like, "Hey Sherry, what do you do?" Sherry's like, "Oh, I do English stuff."
Yeah. Yeah, I do English stuff.
She downplays it so much, so humble, yet so awesome. So okay, coming back to that question about any tips for university students. A, be prepared. If you're going to be studying Japanese in university, be prepared for way more stress than you were originally expecting. They're going to expect you to remember a lot of kanji and a lot of words and vocabulary in a short time, and they won't give you that much time to actually practice it. So your knowledge will go and your ability won't. Make sure you make the efforts 100% on your end if you're a university student in Japan to use the Japanese, okay? Additionally, if you're just going to school in Japan, it's very different from university in like North America. Do expect to have lots of free time and consider getting a part-time job if you can get the work permit.
Right.
It's really different. Like in Japan, you're gonna graduate even if you don't show up. Like that's a thing.
It's very easy to get the credit.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Like it's you just
Like getting into university is the hardest part you have to do, and after that, you don't have to study.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is this? Someone's saying like super chat is off. I don't even know where these settings are. I don't know if you have it enabled in your thing. That's too bad. They're like, someone tried to send you a super chat, but they said super chat is off.
I have no idea.
That's where they can like donate stuff to you and whatnot.
Oh, I have no idea.
So, and someone was like, yeah, how do you have time to do YouTube at all with all of the other work that you do?
I make time. I don't basically, I don't rest. I'm working 24/7. Well, I sleep, but I love sleeping. But other than that, I just like work, and then I don't put off something because like, oh, today's my day off.
Hmm.
I constantly check my emails and like, make phone calls and stuff like that. And yeah, so I just make time for it.
That's awesome. So, okay, one of the other ones, there was a good question in there that I just read and then totally forgot. Any tips to enjoy summer tsuyu in Tokyo or Japan? Yeah, there's two videos that I did which just have a mind-blowing number of tips in them. Number one is like Tokyo Underground. There's an entire area, like tunnels and pathways under
Yeah.
Tokyo Station. It spans all the tunnels put together is like 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers. It's a lot. It is a lot. You've been down there.
Yeah, but
It's
like, I need you to guide me through it.
so easy to get lost. You can definitely spend a whole day down there. I also did a video on like 20 things to do in the rain. There's lots of stuff to do in the rain. So I would recommend an escape room because those are neat. And I haven't tried one yet. So, all right. So, one of my Japanese friends was here in America on exchange, but he explained to me that American university is drastically more difficult than Japanese university.
Definitely.
Japanese getting into university is all the challenge. Japanese high school is a huge challenge. Japanese university is seen as your break before becoming a shakaijin or a society member.
Yeah. It's just like the 4 years of freedom and then you are adults. So you can do whatever you want to do. So like that last 4 years before getting to like these strict company rules
Yep.
and like have fun kind of like years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly what it is. So I'm just like tapping around here, seeing if I can find any settings, but I can't. I think super chat's got to be turned on before the video.
Yeah, probably.
All right, that's amazing. Any tips to get where you're from?
Like to Ehime?
Alyssa, question for you. So, that any tips to get where you're from? Do you mean like? I think she means any tips on how to get where you are. We're just gonna wait. We're just like sitting and waiting. We're like, we're very curious. We want to answer. So yeah, job wise.
Job wise.
So
I think I'm very unique in a way because like I never ever worked for a company. To be honest, I quit university in America because I didn't see myself working for a company. Even if like my goal before getting to university, my goal was to work in the States. And in order to get like working visa and stuff like that, I had to graduate from 4-year university. That's the quickest way. But in the middle, I was meeting up a lot of exchange students from many different countries, and then like they're happy with their jobs, but I thought like it's not something that I want to do in my life. I was like, okay, I need to reset my mind and I'm gonna go back. And if I need to finish university, I can go back. So, but then I came back and I started doing all these like businesses, and I was like, I kind of like it. Like I don't have to go to the States just because I want to do something with English.
yeah.
Like I don't speak Japanese. Like my Japanese is kind of broken now. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
But so like I can go through a whole day without speaking any Japanese, reading, typing, like it's all English. And I can do what I like here in Ehime. So
And you know what, as an observer, because I think it's really, really hard to self-assess, and I think that that's one of the things that like Sherry's struggling with right now. So as an observer to Sherry's life, if you want to be able to reach that point where you're doing all these different things and doing all these jobs, you've got to be able to learn to love the process. And that's exactly what Sherry does. Sherry actually, she acts like she's down about it, but she really loves the struggle. She loves coming up with things. Every single time she starts to get a little bit comfortable in her life, every single time that things start to level out for her,
Yeah.
she throws something new into the mix. She tries something new. She does something to shake it up. Her life had gotten to a point where she could survive. She could make good money. There were no big challenges. Like she had a steady income and like steady clients and everything, and she's like, you know what I can't get right now? I can't afford an office. And so she got an office. During the time where she was like, the most difficult thing for me to do right now would be to get an office. I don't think I don't think I can afford that. And then she got it and she's like, I gotta figure out how to afford this now. And then all of a sudden her business expanded out even more. And then when she was like, I kind of feel comfortable again. She's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a new car. And all of a sudden it puts her under that line and she's gonna work twice as hard just to keep up. She puts herself in mental and emotional debt over and over and over so that she has to overcompensate to come above where she is. So that's just my view of it. I feel like
But I just want to add something
Yeah,
to it.
definitely.
It's not like I want to get like sometimes you want to get an apartment, you want to live get a fancy bag or something like that. It's that's one of the way to motivate yourself to do hard work. But I want to grow my business. Like my business is like a child to me. So like I don't need a fancy clothing. I don't need like fancy house. I just want to invest something that I can use it towards my work. So that's kind of what I do.
There we go. All right, let's move on to other stuff. I feel like we've been on
Yeah.
this business thing for like the last 10 minutes of
I
this.
know.
So, never tried mochi before. Does anybody know what a good starter one would be for just mochi? Just plain mochi. Plain mochi is good.
Or uncle.
Anko mochi is good. There's no bad mochi.
Yeah.
Start plain, then try anko.
Mochi or like dango,
Yeah,
it's kind of
dango.
similar thing.
Drew, thanks for joining. I will. I'll check your Insta PM. Awesome Blossom. Cookies. I'm gonna answer that one in just a second. Little Rebel. Norm, do you have any tips for becoming a photographer? And a company to work with? Honestly, when it comes to being a photographer, you can get jobs doing like product photography and stuff for different companies. Obviously, product photography has to be a strong skill for you. I would honestly start with check out a service called FOAP. FOAP. You can upload a bunch of your photos on there, and they can be licensed out and sold different places, and that will tell you first and foremost if there's like an interest or a need in your photography and enable you to develop your skills. So that would be something I would recommend. All right, and I'm gonna stay for a year in Japan and study online while I'm there. Any ideas how to stay motivated in a foreign country? I want Sherry to answer this one first. What is your shortest and most succinct answer for how to stay motivated while overseas?
Make friends, talk to people. When I went there, I was like a little bit afraid of talking to people because like I felt like my English was not good enough, and like people don't care. Like you don't have to say like you are studying abroad or something like that. Like, hey, my name is blah blah blah, and like where you're from, kind of thing, and it just like make friends, and I think that's the best way.
Yeah, honestly, I think having that base of like friends and people you can talk to
Yeah.
is huge. Not relying too much on your friends and family back home. But I think that the biggest advice that I would give is come and be ready to struggle. Don't come and think that, just because Japan's a wonderful country and the people and food are great and everything, that you're going to be coming into a paradise. If you think that you're going to be coming into this like beautiful paradise and that life is going to be all like samurai and ninja and floating unicorn and like fluffy cotton candy, it's not. It's a real country. If you're struggling in your home country, you're probably going to be struggling here, and that's totally okay. It doesn't matter where you struggle as long as you're trying to overcome that. Have a realistic outlook on what you're coming to, and don't expect to land in a fantasy land, because you can only live in a fantasy for so long, then reality hits. So, I know it's kind of harsh advice, but it's true. So, Gashapon store for fun. I never really do those.
What is that?
Do you find being in Japan you lose some of your English skills? 100% yes. I do not have the perspicacity and ability to speak that I once did, but you can recover a lot of it by reading. So I try to read more while I'm in Japan so I don't lose my English. Hello, you two. Sherry, have you heard of any good Japanese language schools in Matsuyama, Ehime?
Actually, there are, I think, 2 government-related facilities that you can take private or maybe small group Japanese sessions anytime you want. I think it's only open for like weekdays or something. But there are lots of volunteer workers there. So like I think it's like 1,000 yen per hour or something, and they have like many different levels like textbooks, and then you can like talk to them like what you want to study.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like I know a lot of friends from other countries living here because they it's not like they want to study Japanese or study in Japan, but because of their job they have to move or something like that, and then like they go to those places and take some Japanese course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another one in here. Oh, people are not going to like my answer to this. Do you think it's hard to make friends in Japan? I'm going to let Sherry go first. You've lived in the States.
Yeah.
You've lived in Hawaii. You've lived on the mainland. You've lived in Japan. Do you think it's hard to make friends in Japan?
I don't know. I think everywhere is the same.
Okay.
Like-
I'm going to jump right in with my answer then.
Okay.
My answer to you is whatever your answer is to this question. Is it difficult for you to make friends where you are now? Whether it be face-to-face or online, if you answer that with a yes, then Japan is a yes. If you answer that with a no, then Japan is a no. It really comes down to you. One of the biggest pieces of advice I give is just smile at people, be open, and start conversations. You're going to meet some weirdos. You're going to meet some people who don't want to talk to you. And you're going to meet some people who want you as a friend more than anything. But you might need to be the person who makes that first step, that smile, that break the ice. People in this country do tend to be a little more shy. So that's a thing. I feel like there are more shy adults here than there are back in North America.
True, but like everywhere is like lately the same because like we text everything. We use like Facebook, Twitter, and all like social medias rather than like actually talk to people. So it's not just like Japan, but like everywhere, everything is like related to like phone. So
hope that helps. Woo. Oh, piano.
言葉が通じないから友達がそうね。でもなんか日本語で答えて大丈夫かな。松山の人かな。なんか
日本語でもいいんじゃない？
日本語でもいいかな。なんか
Sherry's gonna answer in Japanese.
普通になんかはいみたいな。カタカナでもいいからジェスチャー使ってもいいからとにかく喋りかけるのが大事だと思う。
Yeah, the question was, like the difficulty in like making friends, like the other way around, right?
In the States or
Yeah, just
like
don't just stare at them. I mean, I've had that, right? Like I had these guys. I had these guys. I had just finished up with a movie premiere for that movie that I played shamisen for, and like I was walking down the street and these two guys are just like staring at me, and I was like, "Do these guys want to fight me or something?" And I walked up and I was like, "Is everything okay, guys?" And they're like, "You look really cool. What country are you from, man?" And I'm like, "I'm from Canada. You want a drink?" I'm like, sure. And like, I thought that they were angry because they looked all like serious and stuff. So yeah, that could be really easily misconstrued.
Right.
I'll be in Japan in autumn. I'm a solitary person, but I'm okay with that. I want to experience Kyoto and make some friends. If not, that's great anyway. That's the nice thing about Japan, though. I think solitary people can match up with other solitary people in Japan pretty easily. Like, I think there's like a kindred spirit thing that happens with quiet people in Japan. Like, I've got so many friends who them and another friend are both very quiet people, and they both just they'll go on trips together and almost not even talk to each other. They'll just take the Shinkansen together reading books, and then they'll like stay in a hotel and they'll just like watch TV and like, yeah, it's odd that way. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Do you like cooking Japanese food for your friends? I love cooking. I love making coffee for people.
Right. Yeah, you're
Oh
a
my
coffee
God.
person.
Oh, something. How about you? You don't really like cook for people.
No, not really. And I don't have friends over to my house,
Yeah.
to be honest. So,
She takes me out for sushi sometimes.
yeah, like when I hang out with friends, I usually, go out or get pizza or something.
Yeah. Japanese people don't really like hang out at their house. So.
True.
Has Sherry recovered from her first Shinkansen trip?
Recovered.
From the impact and the shock and the speed
Yes.
of the Shinkansen.
I enjoyed it, yes. So I'm fully recovered. I'm
There's
ready for the next trip.
It was an awesome trip. And I
That's awesome.
see that you've cleared it, man. You got well over 50 people on this live stream.
Yay!
Everyone's joining in. Listen, for anybody who's just joining me, we're doing a little bit of live stream Q&A, a little bit of story time at the beginning. If you're new, don't forget to give that like button some love. Encourage Sherry to do more of these live streams. So I know giving that like button some love will definitely put a smile on her face. So yeah, let me see if we missed anything here. All right, travel solo all the time.
I do that.
What is Japanese food like besides sushi, ramen, and miso soup? There's tons of stuff.
Onigiri?
Onigiri, rice balls. There's a whole range of Japanese fried foods. And you get like katsu, you get like tempura foods, you get don foods, right? Which is like something on top of rice.
Right.
You get gyudon, you get katsudon, you get oyakodon.
Oyakodon. And like variety of noodles like soba, udon,
So many different
somen,
noodles.
ramen.
Yeah. And there's a lot of like just vegetable dishes as well, like nimono and stuff like that,
yeah.
right? You get stuff like there's lots of stuff. Festival foods like
Right.
jagabato,
Jagabato.
yakitori, right? Stuff. I love jagabato, right?
Yeah, I know.
Don't even. You know what?
I'm not judging you.
I'm gonna go over here.
Hey, come back. Come back.
All right, fine. All right, let's see if we missed anything in there.
Takoyaki, yeah.
Yeah,
Takoyaki too.
takoyaki spectacular.
Okonomiyaki. Yeah,
Okonomiyaki, absolutely.
Wow, so many.
And a lot of people saying that you need to be doing more live streams.
Aww.
I would agree. I would agree.
I'll try.
In the past few years, I've adopted minimalism at almost an extreme level. Is it easy to be a minimalist in Japan? Absolutely. Oh
Okay,
my
you
god.
have to.
You have to be.
You have to explain. What,
Minimalism?
Yeah.
iPhone is minimalism. There's one button on it. Minimalism is like stripping down to the bare basics. So Japanese like traditional rooms, like a tatami room is a minimalist room. There's not fancy decorations and everything everywhere.
Okay.
There might be one plant. Right? A minimalist apartment is like when my place is like super clean.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing in there. Right? It's like the table, the sofa, very minimalistic, right? And so that's minimalism.
I like that.
You almost need to be a minimalist in Japan if you want to survive because there's not that much closet space.
Right.
And homes tend to be pretty small.
And you kind of have to live in an apartment, not the house.
Yeah. So even the houses aren't that big. So yeah, minimalism, very easy in Japan, almost a requirement. Are you guys a couple? No, we are not.
Nope.
That's always got to come up, eh?
Yeah.
Sherry, it was so lovely to hear you speak Japanese, even if I don't understand a word.
It was really bad Japanese, you know that.
I'm not even gonna get into judging your Japanese.
I'm so bad at switching back and forth between English and Japanese, and like Norm speaks Tokyo dialect and I speak Iyo dialect. So there's a huge gap between these two languages, almost two languages. So like I feel like, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna speak Iyo Ben or Tokyo Ben, and I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
So, and how many cats do you have? I have 2 cats back in Canada.
I was like, in Tokyo?
No.
I have 4.
She's got 4, so that's a lot of cats.
I won.
Is a week sufficient to get a good view of Shikoku? I would say a week is pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I think so.
A week will give you enough time to like travel around different places.
But make sure you rent a car.
If you can.
Yeah.
There are places that you can do by train. It's just
Yes.
rent a car or be prepared to do lots of walking.
True.
And there we go. I'm just gonna ignore anything about the whole couple stuff. I'm just so done talking about that.
He's not trying to be rude.
I'm not. It's just, it comes up so often. Like, take the hint, people. Besides all the tourist places, Tokyo, Kyoto, is there any place you'd recommend visiting?
Here.
Yeah, definitely. Matsuyama, like where we are right now, it's okay, little rebel, I'm just playing. Matsuyama and Shikoku is spectacular in the sense that it has everything, and it has, like, you wouldn't realize it. I avoided coming to Shikoku the first time I came to Japan. I traveled the rest of the country and skipped Shikoku. But the first time I came here, my mind was blown because it's got Matsuyama in terms of the city. It's got ocean, which is like, because we're in southern Japan, the ocean is beautiful, warm,
Yes.
crisp. It's got little islets, just like the area of Matsushima has. It's got mountains, it's got forests, it's got rivers. It is like the have-it-all spot of Japan right here. And little rebel, I'm not mad. I'm really
He's
just,
not
I'm really
mad.
just playing around.
Not at all.
I putting on the drama. So, I think Sherry knows better than anybody. If I'm mad, you'll know. I'll be like, grr, and I'll cover it with my thumb like this. So, major differences you find between the Japanese dialects. I'd say intonation. Word
Intonation,
choice.
words.
Cookies, thank you for joining. So glad that you stuck around this whole time. It was nice to speak with you too.
Have a
And I
nice day
hope
to
you have a nice day as well. So, yeah, words, intonation, speech patterns, endings of sentences. Yeah, stuff like that would be the big ones.
I mean, the Iyo dialect doesn't have a strong like accent or particular words that like people never ever understand outside of Ehime or something like that.
Yeah.
Like some parts of Japan do.
Have insane.
Like it's like completely different language.
Yeah,
almost.
totally different language.
It's like,
So-
what?
See, Tim gets it. Tim's like, Norm is married to his shamisen. He
Yeah.
understands. He understands
Yes.
the depth and dedication that it takes to that instrument. Thank you, Tim. Respect just doubled up. Any more talk about me being in love with my shamisen? No, I'll be mad at you. All right. So,
You like Hokkaido? Yes, I do like Hokkaido, but like I spend like 24 hours, literally 24 hours, so I want to go back one more time.
that's cool. Saying that a girl in school from Osaka, she spoke Osaka Ben during an oral exam and got marked down in Japanese class.
Oh,
Those Tokyo people, so strict. I feel
yeah.
like the back of my hair is sticking up. Feels weird. Every time I move my head, I can feel it like flopping around. So, yeah, that is that is a lot. So, I'm probably gonna need to jump off here soon and do a little bit of work on this Tokyo Tuesday video. So, does one have to pre-book hotels or guest houses, or is it possible to travel spontaneously outside of Tokyo? You may have better luck traveling spontaneously inside of Tokyo, especially with the Olympics coming up.
Oh yeah.
Until the Olympics are over, it may be difficult to find hotels. I wouldn't really roll the dice on that. Any particular? Oh man, Maurice just asked the beard question. Can I? Should I block him for asking if I'm gonna shave the beard? Can I? How do you block?
Don't block.
No, I'm not gonna shave the beard. I love the beard. See you, Rebel. Thank you so much for joining. Any food specialties beside oranges in Ehime?
We have seafood, a lot of seafood. It's
Lots.
very fresh, cheap. Actually, kiwi is very popular in Ehime. Even Ehime people don't know that.
I didn't even know that. Well, I'm not Ehime people. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of not like vegetables, but like fruits, seafood definitely. I would say. Are you editing now?
No, I was gonna ask everybody if they would like a sneak peek of this week's Tokyo Lens Tokyo Tuesday.
And about the season, Shikoku has the not maybe Kochi. Kochi probably snow pretty heavy, but except Kochi, any season is the best season. Except maybe rainy season.
Yeah.
Rainy season, just like very humid, and everywhere in Japan you'd probably want to avoid that. But like spring, we have lots of cherry blossoms, and like summer we get beach and mountains, and and then we don't have tons of snow. Like we might see snow in the sky a little bit, but never stays. So like you don't have to worry about driving in the snow or like getting like wet because of the road and stuff like that. So yeah.
Do we address this one? If someone were to go on an exchange, what would be a good place to go if they didn't want to get trapped in the foreigner bubble? You can go to Tokyo. Like honestly, you can go to Tokyo and still not get sucked into the foreigner bubble. Like I've been in Tokyo for better part of 10 years now, maybe more. I don't even remember. And I definitely spend more time with Japanese people, especially off camera, than I do with English speakers. In fact, my biggest hobbies, like the car stuff and the shamisen, none of those people speak English. So
it's not like where you go, like it's just like who you hang out with. Because like I went to middle of nowhere in the States, and like usually everyone is Americans, but then somehow there are Japanese people who can find only Japanese people in that area and hang out all the time, whereas I was surrounded by all Americans.
I had a friend, Takashi, back in Canada. We were in a small town, and there was actually quite a few Japanese people. There was like 8 or 9 different Japanese students, and they formed a group, and Takashi just refused to speak to them. And when they would talk to him, he would answer them in English.
That's what I was doing.
I loved it. I was like, ooh, boy, it's stubborn. Favorite car? I owned an S14 Silvia from Nissan for a while. It was pretty awesome. Destroyed it. So
Destroyed it.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, is anybody interested in a super short sneak peek from this week's Tokyo Tuesday? I am going to wait until somebody says yes or no, and then I'm going to hit buttons. So, yes?
Yes.
Okay, Wendy said yes. Lloyd said yes. We're going for it. I don't know how the video or audio quality is going to be, but here we are.
Food break. What do you think?
I think it sounds good.
I was watching your vlog this morning. You were watching it? Yeah, I was watching the live.
Yeah. We got some food stuff going on in
Yes.
this one. This one's actually all about Sanja Matsuri. And it was crazy, as I said, the number of people who came up to me and
Yeah.
was like, Norm! I was like, wow. It's gotta be the beard in the camera. So, University of Maryland, a couple of students had to interact with each other in French. So, food stuff always makes me hungry too. Hey, what time's the sushi place open until?
Like 11
Damn.
or
There's
something.
no way I'm gonna be finished this edit on time for that. No sushi today.
Aw, that's so sad.
Thank you
Oh,
very
thank you.
much. So,
My fingers.
yeah, there's a chance I may be walking around Asakusa. Mind you, I don't hit up the temple area as much as I should. So, that's spectacular. So, on that note, I've
note.
still, I just
He's
remembered
busy.
I've got like, if I want to get this video out by 8:30 in the morning, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need to like start working on it now.
Right.
But Maurice has asked, how's your dog's hay fever?
My dog doesn't have a hay fever.
I love how the answer is borderline awkward. Like my
Like, I
dog
don't
does.
know. Wait,
Well, there you go. Do you have hay fever?
I don't. I overcame. No, it's seriously. I had not so severe hay fever, and then I went to Hawaii, spent a year, came back to Japan, and I had no allergies.
See, and I was the exact opposite. I had no allergies my entire life, and then about a year or two, I got hit with really bad hay fever. Like I'm talking itchy eyes, scratchy throat, want to put a bullet in your temple, whew, the itchy eyes thing is the worst. Feels like you got mosquito bites right there, and it's. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining today. Rambling on here. I'm gonna get to work. I got like 3-4 hours left on this
Yes.
edit. It's gonna be a good one though. So excited. And then Sherry and I are gonna get to work on some videos together. So that'll be fun. And hello back to thou from Italy. Matane. Thank you all so much for joining.
Aloha.
Really enjoyed this. Aloha. Look at now Kai chimes in. Hello Kai. Thank you for joining. Anyways, guys, this has been our live stream,
Yes.
and we're just gonna sit here awkwardly in silence
While everybody's saying
while
bye.
everybody says bye.
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 Pushing buttons now.